Hello everyone and welcome to Skullgirls Get Gr8. This is the audio test we will be starting soon. Please let me know if any of the commentators this week are a little too loud or a little too quiet. It's just me. We want me to be about roughly, I don't know, audible and, I don't know. It's so weird when there's only one person, but it's only been one person for like months at this point. I want all commentators to be about equally as loud and the game should be just barely audible. If there are any recommendations that you would like to provide, please feel free to do so. We want the stream to be just perfect for you. A little louder, I can do that for you. You had Dawn a few weeks ago? Yeah, he's been the only co-host I had and it was for B grade, not Get Great. And Dawn's a chill person. To be 100% honest, it's not realistic practice for like tournament commentary, but I don't know if I'm going to be commentating another major in general. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what the people want. Dawn's great. Dawn's a wonderful, lovely person. It's a little bit harder to bounce off of him. And Dawn, if you're hearing this, like, you can take this as constructive criticism. It's a little bit harder to bounce off of your commentary, but in general, though, a nice time. And I also always appreciate the help because it does a lot of strain on my voice to commentate for 3 hours straight. Solo commentate specifically. Let's see if I can turn myself. So I'm using a new mic. Let me know if the quality's better or worse. I'm building a new computer for those of you guys who don't know, and my room is in shambles. And it's gonna be like a massive project. It's not just one weekend computer thing. Like, yeah, this is gonna be like a 1 week project because of like all the little things that are gonna go into this. Need to be evil to monologue. Well, I can confirm that I am slowly losing my mind. Solo commentating, but at least you guys are here. I get to keep you guys company, and you guys get to keep me sane. So that's pretty cool. Appreciate the company. Hey there, Cry Havoc. Good to see you here. You said you guys wanted me to be a little bit louder. Let's see. How's that? Is that loud enough? Or is that too loud? Should I turn it down a bit? It looks like I'm a little too loud. I'm not honestly sure. Because there's a chance I'll cap out the mic with this volume. Sounds good? Okay. It's loud on... It's on the loud side. Okay, hold on. Let me tweak that. Reminder that I want the stream to be just perfect for you guys. So if it's a little loud, that's good news for me because it means I get to make an adjustment. I appreciate any and all feedback. Alright, how about now? That looks like I'm not capping out the mic as much. So that should be good? Right? I'm getting to the red a little bit, but like not too much. Seems fine. Good stuff. Again, it is a new mic, so I am still just trying to get used to things. It's a really nice mic. It's a HyperX Quadcast. I really like it so far. It sounds so crystal clear, which is annoying because that means you can hear my morning voice and all the phlegm inside my throat. I don't really want that. I really gotta stop commentating right after I sleep. I've been doing that for months at this point, and need a shower every day. Yeah, me too. Showering every day is good. Everyone should do it. I don't care what you think. Adds the immersion. Adds to the immersion. Right in the throat. Yeah. But like commentating right after I sleep means I stumble a lot more over my words, right? Like you guys hear me stuttering a lot. You see me choking on my own throat. Like it's annoying, and that's what I've been doing for months because I've been so goddamn tired. But it is what it is. Ah, my spine. Alright. Give me a few more moments to make preparations, and then we'll go ahead and get started. I have a fight stick here. Buried under 40 different. I'm also building a brand new fight stick from scratch. For those guys who don't know, I do a lot of modding just as a hobby. It's not like a job or anything. I do a lot of modding for fun, and I recently felt like it's been a couple of years since I've built my last controller, so I'm building a new one from scratch, and it looks pretty cool so far. It's gonna use a Brook wireless board, which is gonna be interesting because I always wondered what it would be like to have a wireless PS4 controller to play on like on a PlayStation console for a fighting game. And what I mean by that is obviously like the PS4 base controller is wireless. What I mean by that is because there are a lot of things that can Bluetooth connect to PS4 controllers that don't support wired. For example, the Vita. You can actually use a wireless Vita or wireless Bluetooth controller, a DS4, on a Vita and control the game, including Skullgirls. So I was wondering if I have a wireless fight stick, does that mean I can make like a little, like almost a baby arcade machine for Skullgirls on the Vita? Like just have a little, like, you know those car phone mounts? Just have a car phone mount attached to the fight stick and like hold a Vita and the controller would wirelessly communicate with it. You know? Like I would have a wireless Skullgirl station. It was just kind of a fun experiment I wanted to try, so I had to chill out a little bit for that. Let's see. Ramen saying, let you in the call. What's up, Kenji? Let's see. You need some wiring cleaned up, it still works. Nice. Sure thing, give me a moment, Kenji. I am in the call. That's not good. Hey, what's good?
Chilling. What's good with you, man?
You know, lots of stuff. Hundreds of boxes showing up at my place.
Oh, true. Yeah, my girlfriend's hugging birthdays in 5 days too, so it's always a craziness around this time of the year.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, but we haven't actually spent the holidays together since we've been dating, so like this will be the first time.
Holy shit, that's awesome.
But it's also gonna be just us, like, because you know I'm not going to see my family, she's not going to see her, so it's gonna be because normally, because like you know my birthday's in January, so it'd normally be like we just do some combined birthday Christmas shit.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's like we'll probably just celebrate them all separately like normal people.
Yeah, I get you. Oh, with this stick.
What'd you ask Santa for?
I asked Santa for a fucking break. I got it.
Nice.
Taking my week off to watch TV.
Nice.
In January.
True, man. You really hit me with it too, where it's like, yeah, I kind of just didn't retract the days off. You're like, now you taking a week off to watch TV.
Yeah, straight up. Why is my fight stick not being recognized? Hey, good enough.
I thought you were getting a new fight stick. What happened to that shit?
I'm building one from scratch, so I have all the parts now. I think
okay.
all but like 2 parts. I have them now, so I'm just gonna gradually.
That shit better be pure mahogany, my guy.
I was actually thinking about it. I was actually thinking about getting a fully wooden case, and then I'm just like, nah, fuck that. Metal's way better anyway, so I just I got a metal one.
Nah, man, you stay wood grain gripping, man. Respect Paul Wall.
Hell no, I don't need splinters while I'm fucking trying to do inputs.
What do you mean splinters? You lacquer it, man. Do you not know how to like finish wood? It's so easy.
It's like.
And also, if you buy it, I'm sure you can just buy finished wood.
Yeah, but fuck that. I ain't dealing with that shit. Like, especially when you gloss it over, like, it has, like a weird texture to it. Like, I know because, like, we did a lot of wood maintenance on the wood floors at my parent place. And, like, it's just not as smooth and clean as metal. It doesn't feel as firm. It feels like there's, a texture to it, and I hate it.
I think it's because you probably didn't apply the coats evenly then. Because, like, you have to sand it down, like, in multiple, you have to sand it down in, like, multiple fucking, grits or whatever the fuck you call it, and then you got to make sure you apply like thin ass coats.
Yeah, we did 3 layers or 3 different types of sandpaper, like the 3 different numbers to like get it really really fine, and then we applied like I think like 1 coat of 2 coats of the finish, and then 1 coat of a gloss over it.
Yeah, you need
we handled
primer and then lacquer and then you need like primer and varnish or whatever the fuck. I forget like the actual terms because I haven't fucking done shop shit since high school.
I mean, I don't know. It was relatively homebrew because it was like all done by my family, so it's possible we fucked it up. I wouldn't be surprised. But all I'm saying is I don't have good enough experience with wood for me to warrant making a wood stick. I don't want that shit. Get that out of here.
Man, I like keep on thinking about it, but all I think is like that shit's gonna be heavy as fuck. Like I always complain about like my legs hurting when I play fighting games too long for just having the stick on my lap. A wood stick's gonna be even heavier.
Wood sticks are pretty heavy, yeah.
That's the one thing I miss about the fucking Q1, man, is that like that shit was so tiny and light.
Yeah.
It could fit my backpack easily. Like I can't fit this obsidian in a backpack. It's so it's like nonsense. Like it's a good thing I don't go to tournaments anymore because I don't know how the fuck I'd bring this on a plane.
It's one of the best things about like it's probably one of the main reasons why like you see a lot of pro players switching over to pad. It's just so easy to travel, right? You just shove everything in a backpack and you're good to go. You don't have to worry about this giant piece of like hardware that's gonna get pulled over because people think it's a bomb and shit like that. It's annoying.
Yeah, I mean, like, again, it's just like, it's just a matter of transporting. It's like a fucking pain in the ass.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you're just doing like stick though, right? You're not doing like reverse wads box mix stick.
Fuck that noise. I don't. If I'm gonna build crazy fight sticks and collect all sorts of crazy controllers, I'm still gonna get things that I'm willing to use. I'm not willing to use a wasp box.
Dude, you gotta be like Korean wrestling, man, and use a reverse wads box. That shit's insane. Like, and it was so out of pocket, like, because he's just using that to play fighters. So I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know. People in I don't get it. There's a what's it called? I know that wasn't there a mix box also where it's like a wasp box without keyboard keys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know someone who was looking into that recently too.
Yeah, they sponsored a couple of Tekken players too. I think like Kudams was like is sponsored by them or something.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right, Scrum's saying they lied. They're actually here. So give me 1 second. So do we have an open lobby? Yeah. All right. So you're gonna be fighting. Wait. Scrum, are you beginner or intermediate? Because I deleted your entry. I can't remember. I'm sorry. I think you're beginner. You were beginner last week. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So you're gonna be fighting Rojo and what else did I miss? Let me just go ahead and update that.
Hey, let's go, Wawa.
Do they have Wawas in West Coast?
Oh no, I'm talking about the Dragon Ball FighterZ player, but no,
Oh,
they don't. Yeah, that's why when the last time I had one, it was that time in Florida.
I miss Wawas.
Yeah, same. Yeah, I used to go to one at Princeton all the time because they have one on campus.
Oh
And
yeah.
so when I'd go there to practice, we'd usually just get that and get like a fucking Gatorade or some shit.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that used to be the routine in high school, like my last year of high school or so.
Raspberry Pi 400 mini iced. Later, you'd have Skullgirls on the go. Yeah, I considered that. But I wanted it specifically for a standardized hardware that it was optimized for. So Vita was my best bet if I wanted it for on the go. What else did I miss? Solid wood with minimum space you need for the components. Yeah, nah.
Yeah, because
It's just not my
housing like set side. But yeah, I mean, are you gonna get like a custom case? Or are you just gonna get like?
I already got a custom case. I already have all of it.
Oh shit! You have all the parts?
Yeah, it comes disassembled. I have to put the case together, but it like comes with like a customized mount for exactly whichever PCB I picked and all that stuff.
Okay, and is it all quick connects, or are you actually soldering anything?
It's gonna be quick connects. I was planning on soldering. I had like a soldering iron and everything ready, and then I found out that the Brook Wi-Fi doesn't actually use any solder. So I'm like, cool. Makes my life easy.
Wi-Fi?
Yeah, they have a specific like hard to find PCB that it like uses wireless communication, like it can do the Bluetooth thing with like PS4 controllers and stuff like that. And I wanted to get it because I wanted to do experiments with it because like there's a lot of things that you can connect wirelessly to with a Bluetooth controller, but not with a physical connection. I wanted to do something.
But does it have a wired USB connection?
Yes,
still?
it also has a wired connection, so I can actually use it in real scenarios.
I was like, you're gonna introduce latency into your game like on purpose.
Yeah, no, and that was like a big selling point for me. Like, where it's like it is a wired PCB, but I can choose to use it like a wireless PS4 controller.
Yeah. If I was to make a new stick, I just want the Brooks Universal board or whatever. Although I guess
it's a lot cheaper too. I recommend doing that. This was an expensive project.
Yeah, I mean, but I'd also probably wait for the next generation because obviously they're probably gonna come out with a new Universal PCB, right, for the new consoles or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So and then I just do all silent everything, like silent stick, silent buttons, like.
Dude, the more I use sound buttons, the more I'm convinced that sound buttons just absolutely suck. Like, I hate the base sound buttons, like the OBS MX Cherries, like the ones I used on my old ass stick, the blue one. Like that one, that was fine. I still enjoy that. But like anytime I use base sound buttons, they either break on me, they don't last long, and they feel like mushy under my fingers always.
Really? I love sound buttons. They're so good. Like they just feel right.
Sucks to like them for them to be this popular. Like I just don't get it. Like I just keep customizing using weirder and weirder buttons, and I enjoy it more and more over Sanwa stuff.
Dude, I hate how your stick fucking feels. Holy shit, that was so bad playing on that.
That stick was pretty jank, to be fair. Like it's pretty jerry rigged together for like the PCB on the switches to actually communicate with the stick. So like I think the new one, I actually got the gamer finger ones, like one that they actually build with modular switch abilities and stuff.
Okay.
So I'm assuming the new one's gonna feel a lot better, but it is also still gonna be keyboard switches. So if you hate keyboard switches, you're not gonna like this.
Yeah, I didn't like because I want the release, I want it to just be really released, and that's why I think silent buttons would be cool, but also I forget who told me. Oh, I think it was actually Mike Z who told me that the tactile feedback actually does lessen a little bit on a stick because he's pushing to your shoulder and that's about how they feel. You know what I mean? So it's even less tactile than the non-silent ones. But I mean fuck it, because I think it'd just be cooler to have kind of just a lower profile stick, you know?
Yeah, low profile buttons are pretty neat. I do like that. My biggest thing is at maxed push down. I want I forgot what it's called. What is the pushback at max push down? I forgot there's a name for it. And it's completely slipping my mind. But it's like a keyboard switch thing where if you push down all the way, suddenly the force on the key to push back up is really, really high. And I really, really like that. And you really only get that out of not necessarily cherries, but for example, the Kale Jade switches.
Yeah, I mean, the reason I don't like it, and I know it actually doesn't matter because it's just as long as you're used to it, but your stick just felt so much less responsive because of the release time on because there is a more physical release to those to those buttons, so it just feels less responsive. You know what I mean?
That's
if I wanted to piano something, right? It feels like I wouldn't be able to do it as quickly.
I've been able to piano so much better on that stick than I have on Sanwa's. Like, I could just be really unlucky with Sama buttons, or maybe it's just something I'm used to, but, like, that fight stick instantly felt more responsive than the base Sama buttons that the controller came with. And
That's
it
crazy.
still feels like that
again,
compared to my Sanwas from the, what's it called, the Crystal Q4.
Yeah, I mean, like, I've only used 3 buttons. I've used the Sanwas, I've used yours that one time, which were dog shit, and I've used the base Q1 like Chinese buttons, which like broke.
The base
Like
Q1
those like
Chinese
and they would like
buttons.
stick.
Are they like some off-brand shit, or is it like an
Yeah,
actual thing?
Yeah, because the Q1 used to be the only Quamba stick that didn't have Japanese buttons in it.
Didn't they? I thought they had their own thing. I think it starts with an H. The Haku buttons or something? Or is that new?
I don't know. Because yeah, I mean they don't make the Q1 anymore. Obviously, like, they don't make any of the Q1 before. So, and the Q1 was their budget stick. But yeah.
When our match is starting in like 3 minutes. Potato asking, do you think Xbox One controller is usable for fighting games? Any pad is usable for fighting games. It's just not recommended because they don't have a gate. I know a lot of people, like, especially people who are new to fighting games in general, want to use a Smash controller, or I guess I should say, GameCube controller. And a lot of people don't realize why, and the reason for it is that the joystick actually has a gate on it, which is useful. And fighting games having a gate is always really, really nice. People who use circle gates are really weird.
I mean, connecting a GameCube controller to a PS4 is also like a huge pain in the ass.
Yeah, it's like 2 adapters and shit, but like you can make it work. It's just annoying though.
Yeah, but yeah, you need to put a Brooks onto a Mayflash, and it's just like, what's the point? But yeah, it's just like people do use the Xbox controller. It's just not as popular because the pad, like the D-pad, isn't as good, and using an analog stick for fighting games is hard because it's hard to tell when you're exactly in what position, right? Because fighting games don't have analog inputs, so you don't know where in the nine stick positions you are all the time.
The Astro C40, I think it's called, is probably the most expensive controller I have, and it's a pad. Because I just really wanted to try it, and the D-pad on that is one of the best D-pads I've ever touched ever, period. So if you like D-pads and you like modular controllers, check out the Astro C40.
People are saying they don't know about the longevity because I think the problem with the DS4 was that like those things would break all the time from like fighting game use.
Yeah.
Because those D-pads weren't meant to those D-pads were meant to open menus, not to like be your main input method. Yeah. But apparently those were good. Like people really liked them. It's just you had to spend like hundreds of dollars like over the years re-upping on them. But people also say they like the PS5 controllers.
PS5 controller is hella hefty. I think they really upped on the quality. So I think it's really, really nice. I think people should try it out. I think it's way too soon to say if it's actually going to be more durable than the PS4 because it's only
that's the problem. Is like the main complaint about the PS4. It wasn't like its functionality. It's like how much it fucking breaks, and there's no way to know that right now.
Yeah. So give it a year, and then you can say PS5 controller might be a pretty good alternative. It's looking good, but the Astro C40, if you're gonna drop like a huge amount of money and you want a controller that you can maintain, because every time something breaks, you can just swap out that one part, the Astro C40 is the way to go. It's not the best controller in my opinion. I have my own criticisms about it, but it's pretty good. The matches are gonna start now, so let's go ahead and do that.
There's some board pads that people like too, right? The
what?
Like fighting commanders or whatever. People seem to like those
fight pad things.
Yeah.
Do people actually like those? Because I see them advertised all the time. I don't know if anyone actually buys them.
I thought Snake Eyes was using them for a while, wasn't he?
I don't even know who that is.
He used to be a really good Street Fighter 4 player, and I think he just turned into a above average Street Fighter 5 player.
Oh, okay.
Because he played Zangief, and Zangief is trash in 5.
I mean, if you want to, I feel like if you're gonna be competitive, you gotta switch characters, right? Like, you can play Zangief as a pocket.
I think he did. Again, I don't really know what's up with Street Fighter 5 now, but I think like in the beginning is like shit. Zangief sucks. I think he was like Akuma or something.
All right. While we talk about Street Fighter, let's go ahead and get Bend Black Cat and Cry Havoc into this lobby. So let's go ahead and get this show on the road.
Did he get his? I thought in Street Fighter 4 he was just playing on like some like normal ass shit. I think like Smug even played on like a 360 pad for a time. Like in the Street Fighter 4 days, but I don't remember. Like, there's a lot of pad players. I mean, fucking Luffy won Evo with a fucking PS1 controller, and also a fucking broken ass Rose that no one had time to, that had been out for 2 months. But I
mean, Davis somehow performs the way he does with like an adapter that goes into an adapter that goes into a console.
Yeah, but this
Probably
is also
adding
the
at
guy
least 2
that
frames of input delay, like the god
Yeah.
damn man.
Yeah, that's true. So you can use really whatever, you know? It's just like you're. But usually, people who use weird controllers because they're what they're used to already, and then they like adapt them into like using them in fighting games. It's not usually the other way around, you know? It's not like, oh shit, I like this controller doesn't work for me, so like I need to find some weirder shit, you know?
Straight up, like, if a controller works for you, like just use it. Fighting game communities specifically, like we use a lot of weird shit. Like there's that person who played with the steering wheel that one time. There's the person who plays with a Guitar Hero controller. Unironically, that's all sorts of weird. Talmer shows up with all sorts of weird fight sticks every fucking year, so that's a thing.
Yeah, I think like someone like one Dengeki at the Otaku like 2015 with like a literal keyboard, like a piano keyboard or something.
Yeah, I mean, Psychopath is famous for his cardboard shoebox controller. He's been maintaining a broken ass shoebox with buttons on it for like who knows how long now, 6 years.
Yeah, the main problem is like it's hard to test out controllers because they're fucking expensive.
Yeah.
Like
in my case, it just kind of turned out, and like accidentally, I just ended up collecting a lot of controllers. It was mostly just like I wanted to be able to play people locally, and then I just collected a bunch of controllers, and slowly I just now have like 40 unique controllers. And it's like, well, all right.
Yeah, because like I remember fucking like Hitbox was doing a giveaway if you like and answered a survey, and like all the questions were like, why don't you have or like use a Hitbox already? And it's like they're too expensive to try.
It's like $250. If you don't like it, then, like shit, that's all that money's down the drain.
Yeah, and it's like would you feel like using someone else's at a tournament? It's like no, because it's all about getting comfortable with it.
Yeah, it's gonna take like 3 to 6 months to like really feel like you're actually there with that controller.
Yeah, it's like so I don't. But that's the thing, like even if you build your own hitbox, it's still like fucking expensive and time consuming.
What's the actual first string for a Fukura? Because like, I see a lot of people throw. Not that. Yeah.
It's crouch short, stand forward, stand around, or stand fierce.
Forward is medium punch.
Medium kick.
Oh, medium kick. Okay.
Sorry, do I need to use not Street Fighter buttons?
Dude, yeah. Honestly, it's not gonna click with me.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So so you do crouching light kick, stand medium kick, and then standing heavy punch launcher, and then you just kind of and that's like essentially a loop, and then you do jumping heavy. I'm like so used to saying jump roundhouse.
I can hear you mentally translating as you're saying it.
Yeah, you do jumping heavy kick down, and then you do another button into stand heavy punch, and then you do a button into stand heavy kick until you run out of undizzy. Pretty much, like that's the basic combo. If you want to do the more advanced stuff, you have to start with your first string has to include crouching medium punch into crouching heavy punch. You know, the hair up into the spike down. And then you can go into other stuff because that lets you get 2 grounded strings, set of shadows, all that good shit. And it's typically not worth doing it mid combo, just because of how damage and undizzy works out. And it hasn't been like really even since Second Encore. Like Second Encore, there were certain ways that it was like be worth it, but even then, like half the time you didn't do it anyway.
Mm-hmm. So to Ben Black Cat, in terms of your fortune, I know a lot of times when you're getting a hit, you're not really sure how to follow it up, and you end up just constantly pressing buttons. When you keep pressing buttons, you'll notice, like, if you go back and watch your VOD, you're getting a lot of broken red hearts. That means you're being counter hit. If you're being counter hit, that means you're pressing buttons when it was not safe for you to do so, and your opponent's beating it out with their own attacks. You take more damage for that, they get to do a longer combo on you for that, so it's a habit you need to get out of right away. Start being a bit more patient, block a little bit more, and pay attention to when you are safe or not safe. A big indicator that you're not safe is if you find yourself blocking, you should not be pressing any button that's higher than a medium. You can try and frame trap with a special if you've gone as far as a heavy, but in general, you should not be going past a medium, in general.
Also, in this game in particular, if you're getting counter hit, that's typically a good time to press your invincible reversal, also.
Yeah.
Typically, as long as it's not like a safe jump setup or something.
Yeah. So on counter hit, based on what type of counter hit it is, they get extra on dizzy. If it's a light counter hit, I think it's like 25 extra on Dizzy, then 50, then 100, or something like that.
Yeah, it's and all specials count as mediums in that calculation also.
Yeah.
And also the first hit, the initial counter hit, does some sort of multiplier damage.
Yeah. I think it's double. I think it's double damage for the first.
Is it? Yeah, it's something insane, and it's because like the reason that matters is because counter hit Philia level 3 does 7k.
The full all one right there.
Yeah. Yeah, fortune heavy counter hits are like insane. So are pain wheel ones, but you can't really get them in like the way that you'd want to.
As a very vague rule of thumb, if you are actually using a heavy counter hit combo, like a combo that's utilizing the extra on Dizzy, you're gonna get anywhere between 2 to 3 extra K in damage, and that's incredibly significant.
I need to learn some big band counter hit combos. I keep on getting that. I'm like getting better at getting that burst bait to work now. Like just conditioning someone to actually burst during that fucking shit and getting the medium brass starter. But like, I don't know what to do with the extra and Dizzy.
Yeah,
I think that's
something better you can do other than just a medium brass starter. Like, can't you just micro dash and go for a heavy and then get something better?
No, because you can't charge then.
Unfortunate. You
can't dash, stand heavy, chart, and have brass charged.
Button dash while you're holding back, and then you wouldn't.
No, no, you can't. Not consistently, anyway. Not on the entire cast.
I mean, I don't play him enough, or well enough, I guess, to really be able to mentally calculate that.
Yeah, I remember working on this, and then Madman's like, "Yeah, you can do the fake Skullgirls charge partitioning," and it didn't really work.
Unfortunate.
Or. So you can do it, but you can never confirm the burst then. So you'll throw away half of your mix-ups, like roughly. Yeah. But yeah, I think I have to learn how to do like triple or quadruple loops for that combo or something, which sucks.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think these two people, they just need to like, get comfortable with the buttons, learn some B&Bs and all that good shit, like, cause again, you're kind of just pressing like. It's good that you're pressing lights and not like bigger buttons in your opponent's face, but you can also like work on, how to get into those ranges, what ranges other buttons might work at. Like Fukua, for instance, jump heavy kick is like super busted in neutral, and Fortune, doing IAD pressure and shit like that. So yeah, snaps don't do anything in a 1v1, by the way, because it doesn't restore red health.
Not true. They get you on your OTG back.
Oh, yeah, okay.
If that's ever worth a meter to you, you can get your OTG back.
Does Beowulf get incoming in a 1v1?
Yes.
Okay.
If he uses the trash can. Not his normal snap, not the chair snap.
Yeah, chair off. Beo can also get incoming.
Yeah. That's a Beowulf specific thing. He can actually get something off of a snap in a 1v1 that's actually worth it.
Yeah, Rojo, think about it. Why would there be red health in a 1v1 you can't tag out? When would it recover? And so then also, what would be the point in removing it?
Just in case.
Yeah.
Alright, was that 3 games?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Alright, so one quick thing to build on what Kenji just said. Check out the B&B compendium. If you type !B&B into Twitch chat, you'll be provided a link, and I think LSXF already linked it. Why am I forgetting LSXF's actual name? Why am I forgetting their actual name? Oh my god, it bothers me. Anyway, if you guys go ahead and click that link, it'll give you a list of combos. They're not the most optimized combos, but they're really, really good for practicing the most common links with all your characters. So at this point, we are going to say that the most important thing is just getting more familiar with the characters. Get familiar with the buttons, get familiar with the common links, and yeah, it helps with the damage, but more importantly, if you're getting consistent with the combo, you're going to be familiar enough with the characters so we can start talking about more character-specific interactions and, like, a lot more detail about neutral, corner carries, resets, so on and so forth. So practice your B&Bs. In general, we recommend you do it 10 times in a row. Ideally, you do it 10 times in a row against all character weights facing both left and right. So that's a goal. Work on it. That's your homework. Next up, we're going to go ahead and get... is it White Benji? Is L6F White Benji? Is that who I was forgetting?
I don't know.
That's probably it.
It's a weird-ass picture. Andy's on Wi-Fi.
Yes. And confirm it is L6. Okay. Yeah, so White Benji versus the heck did that go? Turktos. Okay, cool. White Benji versus Turktos. Not gone. By the time Vari is up, I might play in that spot. Okay. If you want me to, I can bump it up so it's the first match in intermediate. I don't care.
Yeah.
What else is going on? Nothing fun?
No, just putting off doing errands for today by being here. Fucking, I don't gotta do too much. It's just laundry and groceries, but yeah, I don't know. I'm sore as hell. I work out every day this week.
For any productive reason or because you were bored?
Because I was angry that breaking's in the Olympics.
Oh. I remember that conversation.
Yeah, so it's officially confirmed now, and
Is it actually?
everyone's
That's interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really funny because like there's like B-boy meme pages and shit, and it's like always like old classmate has something to tell you about the Olympics. So it's like, hey man, you still breakdance? You see it's still in the Olympics, or it's in the Olympics now? Like, yeah. And then so like me and like my crew were just like arguing. Me and one of my crewmates were like arguing about this for a while because like he's down with the people that are sponsored by Monster and whatever. Mm-hmm. And he's like, man, you just hate, man. Fuck you, man. I've been talking about this for 4 years. Fuck off.
Yeah.
I mean,
from my perspective, just like you know me, just do what you want and like let people enjoy it if they enjoy it. But like in this case, it specifically has a side effect on your scene, right? Like it being the Olympics does have an impact, which is
it fucks with some shit for real. Mm-hmm. But you know, we'll see.
A couple of things about this game so far. For the Fortune, I do appreciate that you're trying to use Standing Light Punch to anti-air the Philia as she's IADing towards you. That is not a bad idea. That is actually like an okay thing to do. The problem is that she does have a couple of buttons, Philia specifically, that when she IADs towards you, it's going to put a hitbox out in front that it will beat that out. So you have to be a little bit careful. You can do it to like punish any sort of like mix-up attempt, which is the most common use of IAD. But it won't actually work too well in neutral if she's just like hairballing at you. So the idea is good, is what I'm trying to reinforce.
Yeah, and the remedy to that also is to either one commit to like a DP or something when they're doing something like hairball, which is super fucking committal, or you space better, right? And again, you can't always anti-air every fucking jump in that comes at you, even if you're on the ground, because like sometimes you just don't react to it in time, right? Or they catch you out of a dash or something, and you just have to block and hold it. But typically, if you have your, anti-air button and it's in a space where it's usable and you fuck up, it's generally down to your spacing, right? So, like, if they're doing, IAD medium punch or something, right, you typically need to be closer, whereas if they're doing, IAD fucking, like, light kick, right, Philia examples, right, you probably want to be moving a little bit back, right? Like, even like just walking back and stuff like that. So it's not just like button and timing, it's spacing that also matters for using normal buttons to anti-air. Can you tell I've been playing a lot of Street Fighter?
That's good stuff. You kept on saying you wanted to play Street Fighter 5 for a long time.
Yeah, I just finally tried. It's fine. It's just nice to play a game like that, because that's like the game I started on is 4. I'm like terrible at it too, but like I can clearly see like how to get better at it, which is nice.
Yeah, that's definitely a good feeling, right? Like that's one of my favorite things about playing in Mystery Tournament, where it's just like immediately okay, these are the things I need to try to see if they work. Like you have like a
it's like I know what to do.
Groundwork
it's
to
just
do.
Like actually doing it, like making my brain tell my hands to do it, which is nice. I can't do the B&B combo though for Chun-Li, which is fucking insane.
It's just like the most really tight.
Yeah. Man, like the charge buffering on that shit's just insane. Like I don't know how to B&B. But then I saw a Japanese player, like one of the top Japanese players, just not doing it, and I was like, oh, okay. Because apparently in season 5 or whatever, she got one of her other specials, like got a buff that made it so it's not as necessary to learn, but it's still just totally better to do.
Also, a couple of things I'm going to talk about this before we get too far into that. So I know the Squiggly was playing neutral. You're jumping backwards and pressing jumping light kick and things like that. Dash jump if you're trying to build space, because it looked like you were just trying to get away because you kept on re-jumping. Dash jump to get backwards. You can also just, you know, like there are other movement options you have in general. Just go ahead and use them. The other thing is if you do jump backwards and use jumping hard punch and you get hit confirmed, you can usually go into SBO to convert off of that. And usually after a backwards jump and a jumping hard punch line, you want to use that opportunity that they're in hit stun to actually gain space on them. So you actually want to approach them when you're doing that. Also, going back even further, at the end of the previous game, not the game we just played, you killed your opponent by doing Saria DNB into SBO. If you want the SBO to actually hit and do chip damage, you want to actually go Arpeggio into SBO, and that'll work most of the time. Against really, really skinny characters, it might not work. Like Eliza sometimes evades that and stuff like that. But in general, it'll work. It'll get you what you want. But HDNB is actually the best way to do chip damage on your opponent. And it's +1 on block if it's charged. So you actually probably were safer off not pressing SBO there, because if your opponent was aware, they would have actually punished you really, really hard. So be careful with that. Alright, what were you saying?
I was just saying, don't fucking end block strings in silver cord.
Oh yeah, it works more than it should, but don't do it.
Yeah, you'll just fucking die, man.
If it's point blank, it ends up being significantly harder to punish, and I'm not sure why. Like, is it just that much less recovery?
I guess so. It hasn't got a real back, but it's still minus. It's still punishably minus.
Punishably minus?
I think
it's
so,
like
right?
-2 if it's like point blank.
Is it?
I'll double check next time I'm in the lab. But like, I do not get punished enough for me to think it's like point blank. I don't think it's actually punishable 100% of the time.
Maybe it's just push blocking makes it that minus or whatever.
Oh
god!
Yeah.
Oh, we're turning on the torrents.
Oh jeez. That's interesting.
Yeah.
He's doing the same thing I do, where I jump backwards and then jump forward. It's like not a good thing. It's definitely not a good habit to have.
Yeah, it's not a good thing.
I wonder if, like, is that just a
why are
common
you
Squiggly
here?
thing?
Yeah. First of all, you did the wrong thing here, but why are you here? Man, you thinking about the wrong things, young blood. You thinking about option selects, but you gotta be thinking about the options that you're selecting.
Greatest words of wisdom I've ever heard in fighting games, not gonna lie.
True. Oh yeah, you wanna if you're gonna use standing hard kick, just let all the hits rock, because they vacuum slightly on hit. Or on block, do a vacuum on block too.
What?
Wheel of Fortune. Man, you're gonna make me not use the Street Fighter names for buttons. I'm just gonna use the actual move names. I'm pulling up the wiki right now.
I believe the first and third hits push away. The second hit, I think, pulls them towards you. So yes, technically. Oh wow, Yoko Dunce is actually. I'm actually right about this. Wait, what? Second hit vacuums. Third hit doesn't give a shit. Yeah. Okay. Cool. I'm actually right about something. This is weird. Okay.
I make it a point to like not use that button. Because it's
on
like
block stun, it's absolutely horrid. I think like you're not supposed to use it at all.
I mean, if you're multi-hit heavy also, which isn't good for block strings, but also I don't use it in combos either because it's not optimal.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Actually, that's so interesting. It's almost never used anymore outside of like as an assist, really. Because Fortune doesn't have the best assist options.
Yeah, I mean, it's using her basic BNB, which is also her like almost full screen happy birthday carry combo. But so if you get a happy birthday, you should actually use it, which is like her normal BNB. But yeah, or if you like need to preserve OTG. But even then, if you can get the stand fierce confirmed, stand heavy punch confirmed. No wait, I'm sorry. What is it?
I know fierce and roundhouse. Short is light punch or light kick? Light kick, right?
Jab is punch.
Yeah, jab is light punch. Then short is light kick. I don't know the mediums. I don't know the mediums at all.
Strong and forward.
Forward is kick?
Yeah.
Alright.
I'll
learn this eventually.
Short, forward, roundhouse.
I feel like someone's asking me to learn numpad notation. Like, I don't want to say no, but I'm like, when the fuck am I going to use this? Numpad notation I will actually use. It's because this terminology comes in handy when I'm trying to read, like, arcade cabinet hints.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, this is literally like this was just the shit that was like printed on arcade cabinets back in the day, right? Like, that's all it is. But also,
Yeah.
I've like found just by listening, it like just sounds more conversational. You know what I mean? Like when people use. Also, is that a Mewtwo King picture? It's
It,
fucking weird.
it actually looks like it, but I don't think so because it has too much hair.
Yeah, like fucking like when commentators use it, it just sounds better, right, than saying like jumping light kick or or like or shit like that.
Yeah,
It's like
instead of saying
died.
like jumping short instead of saying jumping light kick.
Yeah, it's like he didn't hit him with the jump in roundhouse. It's like like I think it just sounds better because they're just like words.
Yeah, but it's also visual noise, right? Because like there's also visual noise to it because like a lot of jumping hard kick moves don't look like roundhouses. So if you hear someone say jumping roundhouse to any average player or lower, it's not going to make any sense. To anyone who's familiar with that terminology, it's like, yeah, of course, because your brain automatically translates that to hard kick.
Yeah, I mean, but then we're just talking about like what's more familiar in like fighting game terminology.
Yeah. I guess if you want to look less like a dork in public settings, you can use that terminology. But in general, it's like not actually helpful for commentary.
I just think linguistically it sounds better. Like it hits the ear better.
Yeah, I get you. It's also fewer syllables, which is nice.
Yeah, I just think like using real words just like sounds better, like prosaically or whatever. But who knows? Like, because again, like you can say JD like as much as you want, right? Or like, oh god, this is a boo connection, man.
Yeah, this connection looks, oh geez, like really rough. I hope you guys, is this playable or do you guys want me to split the matchup? Like normally I don't do that for, yeah, it's too laggy. Okay, all right, we'll split the matchup. It's unplayable. We'll split it up. A couple of things I do want to point out though, since this game is ongoing, is Rojo, you were throwing out H-Brass at neutral. Don't ever do that because it's super punishable.
You want to split it up, by the way.
Yeah, just go ahead and kill, and then we'll go ahead and split the matchup up. The other thing I want to point out is if you notice your opponent is jumping over your brasses and you H-brass in neutral and slide under them, then you can go into SSJ, and because of the super flash, they won't be able to change the direction of their block. They have to preemptively block in the other direction. So a very common way to recover from the situation that your opponent jumped over your H-brass in neutral is by Kara canceling an SSJ. Normally you want to do that intentionally. You don't want to throw an H-brass and then panic into an SSJ. You want to intentionally abuse the fact that your opponent's jumping over the brass. So you brass and then SSJ.
Okay. So do you want like me to play one of these guys or something? Like
yeah, we'll probably do that. Like you play one of them, I'll play the other.
Okay. I'll play the West Coast guy then, I guess. I have like 70 ping with both. I have the same ping with them as I do with you, actually.
Okay. I have the same ping with Rojo and Scrum pretty much. Like it's off by like 30 ms.
Yeah, I have 71 to 73 with all three of you, so whichever you want to do is fine by me.
I'll just fight Rojo. That's fine.
Okay. So
this is still beginner bracket, I think. So
you saying play Peacock Bella Band is what you're saying?
Like try not to end their hopes and dreams is what I'm trying to say.
About to end this man's whole career. Yes, what team should I play then?
I mean, if it was up to me, I'd put the biggest handicap on you possible and just make you play like solo Squiggly or some shit. But like, I guess
that's not even the biggest.
Play a team without band, please.
Oh, you suck. Also, Squiggly's one of the characters I play, so like that's not even the biggest handicap.
I don't think you could play solo Squiggly. Go ahead, do it. Play solo Squiggly. Like I don't think you can handle that fine.
Me and my immaculate stancils, bro. What's the fucking color? Oh, this is the color. Cool. I'll do this.
I mean, I would not want to mess with Kenji's Robo. Like Kenji doesn't play Robo, but that Robo is still scary.
Yeah, man. It's just because I'm optimized, man.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, you have some of the best Robo combos on the planet.
Oops.
Okay, that's kind of cool. You made the heavy safe-ish by calling that assist in that situation. Oh, I'm talking about the wrong person.
Oh, I fucked that up.
They got caught low.
Oh, I did the wrong fucking last button. I suck.
So Scrum, it looked like you wanted to dash out of the corner, and you got caught low while dashing. I do like the idea that you were dash blocking, because, I mean, it did show up as a block, like with the exclamation mark or whatever. If you can also just down back out of dash, specifically out of Parasol's dash because she has a fixed distance movement. So what that means is you'll get the full distance even though you're down backing. Normally, especially with characters for runs, it'll cancel the dash short if you try to block down back during the dash.
Now
But Parasol, you have that luxury. So just go
also,
ahead and
like,
button dash. And
you
then
want
back.
you want to push block and reversal more. So I'm doing a lot of pressure, and like you're holding like mad fucking mix-ups because I'm playing Philia, and you're like blocking and not threatening your reversal mainly. So like that's why you're getting rushed down like this, is because you're not threatening to get out, which I know is hard because like that's kind of knowledge checky. I need to learn how to convert off that better. But
Also, you don't have to hit jumping hard punch every time you jump up.
yeah, see, so you're not push blocking here, which is what you need to do.
I mean, instantly they got more breathing room, so the one time they push block, it worked really well. That's good. Tier makes it +2, so you're always safe.
Also, you don't want to be doing standing light kick with Parasol.
Really?
Yeah. And what purpose would you want to do that?
Her fastest low?
Yeah, but the range sucks. I keep on doing the wrong button. I'm so sad.
I guess it really is combo fodder now that I think about it. It's usually string 2 or 3 where you use standing light kick.
Yeah.
Standing light kick's not a low?
Is that not a low? I thought that was. Either way, even if it was a low, you wouldn't want to use it because crouch light kick's just better. And if you want something fast, you use jab.
I mean, I guess crouch light kick is just straight up one of our best neutral tools because it's such a long, low hitbox. It's nice.
Yeah. Oh, what's he doing? But yeah, crouching light kick's just like insane as a button. But the problem is Parasol doesn't have fast buttons, but if you want something fast, you want jab.
Definitely not a low. That is a sad timeline. Wow. I thought for sure it would be.
She has like 2 of the best lows in the game. Who cares?
Yeah, but like... There's a thing about visual design, right? Where it's like, if you knew it wasn't going to be a low when you were making that character, just change the animation. Make it her, like, kneeing your opponent instead of, like, tapping their toe. High key just OTG pickup. Goddamn.
I mean, it's one of the best OTG pickup normals in the game. You know?
Oh, straight up. Like, I'm not saying that normal's useless. It's not like squiggly crouching light punch or something. Like, normal has purpose. It's really weird that it's not a low.
That's true. They just had a parallel character with like 9 identical normals. Bro, I can't TK.
Oh,
I really can't TK.
Alright, you have, I believe it's Emigrit that deflects projectiles. That shouldn't work on beams, but it's specially coded into the game that it will work on beams. So you have a tool that's specifically designed to deal with Robo. Use it. Okay, so it looks like you actually weren't block dashing at all. You just happened to be blocking. Got hit low last time. Because you're not block dashing at all now. Reminder that you can, in fact, block while dashing in Skullgirls. The best way to do it is to press light punch and medium punch at the same frame, and then just as your character starts moving forward, start holding back. That'll maximize the amount of time you're blocking while moving forward. Parasol and other characters with a fixed dash specifically, like Philia. Actually, no, not Philia. Philia can crouch cancel her dash, because she can wave dash. Is it actually just Parasol? I think Parasol might be the only character that can do this, but she can down back while dashing.
I think other characters can.
Double, maybe?
Maybe.
I think double might be able to.
Also, Ro, what do you mean partition tiers? There's no charge partitioning in this game. Alright, this is a high, so you need to block this standing. There you go.
The fun fact, if Robo re-jumps, then it's not a high anymore. Block. Alright, good.
Oh, there you go. Good punish. What? It's not fake partition, that's just charge buffering.
So you notice that after you killed Robo, you just kind of stood there, or like crouched a little bit. Dash up and close that space instantly. You need to make sure that Robo does not wake up within a moment to actually do anything. Because if Robo gets any momentum on Parasol, that matchup is really, really annoying and tough. But if Parasol gets in Robo's face, it's like easy peasy. So
yeah,
You gotta focus on taking advantage of any moment you have to close that spacing.
Yeah, but so like Dunce, to your point, if what's it called? Even if Robo has another beam, you're not in block zone, so you don't have to hold it, right? So if they do L beam and you dash jump, then you've like gotten half screen space on her for free. And if she does M, then you get a free dash, right? So like even then, like it's not like a super good idea for her to beam there, like just off a rip. But again, if you're like push blocking in different cycles too, the ME grid can actually make you plus, and then you don't actually have to hold a beam at all.
Oh, I don't think I told you. Like a couple of days ago, I played Robo Band. I was doing better than my actual trio, and I felt really, really upset about that.
Yeah, man, Wiggly sucks. But it's also because like you have more health.
Yeah.
That's the main thing, right? Trios are good if you don't make mistakes. Which is the main reason that like most beginners don't play trio, right? Because they're too hard. Oh, okay, I see. Okay, yeah, your TKs are cleaner than mine.
They're not hard, honestly.
They're not, but like I'm like always like, again, it's getting to the point now where I'm not playing enough Skullgirls to keep my execution up, so I'm just dropping combos now. Like I'm dropping Fuku combos now, dude. It's insane.
What? Really?
Yeah, dude. My muscle memory for this game is like actually starting to go. So I was like, actually playing in like practice the other day, and then I ran into Triv, and I'm like, shit, I'm not in a place where I can play him.
Huh.
Yeah, I got dusted. To be fair, I also didn't block a single reset that entire game, but like I dropped so many combos.
So, if you throw out standing hard kick there, you can Kara into a brass or at least E-break so you're not stuck that entire recovery. You can still definitely do something about that to close space on me since I am still in knockdown. Like, I'm not doing anything. If in the worst case scenario, I do a light beam or an H beam, you're still grounded, so you're not going to go far back if you get hit. And if it's a light beam, then you just kind of armor through it, so who gives a damn? So in those situations, like in those neutral situations, it's actually good to exploit armor. You shouldn't necessarily let the brass go through. That's situational, and I'll let you develop the situational awareness for that. But in general, take advantage of the movement options that every character has. Every character has a lot of movement options, even banned. So E-break more, take advantage of dashing. You're using parrying pretty well. That's good stuff.
If you see him with a beam and you're in the air, you can drop kick and tech forward. I can't believe you made me play a team without band.
It's the only way that like I can cripple you, as far as I know, or make you play Valentine, which I just don't think you'll do.
I don't know what her buttons are. I straight up don't. Yeah, you can make me play Valentine or Bayo, I guess, because I really don't know what either of them do. I guess I can try and remember a Bayo B&B like from like a year ago, but that I never actually knew how to do.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, yeah, it's like if you really want me to just not know anything, I can just play Valentine. But... Oh yeah, so you're kind of just like mashing random buttons out of block stun. Like, see, you're like mashing brass or mashing like medium kick. You want to like actually think about what you're gonna do out of block stun, not just like, not just like press whatever. So typically you either want a reversal or you want to press your like fastest button, which in this case would be jab or crouch short. Just because like crouch short is slower but it's a low. And so just because in those cases, like if they stagger or something, then you'll actually put them in block stun. And then reversals are if they don't stagger, then you'll hit them. Actually, I hit that. Damn, you got air grab.
Oops. Okay.
So you just want to think about your buttons. Also, spacing with symbols on bands, pretty good. People will tell you not to do it. I don't know, man. It wins. It wins all the time. Also, yeah, again, learn to
Nice,
B&B.
that's an overhead. Good conversion.
Pretty. Oh, you gotta steer down, man. What are you doing? Yeah, you just let the heavy kick rock.
Yeah, I didn't mean to. I messed up. Not really used to doing. Oh, I mean, I've been practicing the what's it called, the A-train combo so much. I have been trying to keep that combo in my muscle memory, but it just haven't really been my focus.
Yeah, you gotta like, yeah, you gotta like just know the solo combos first though, because like they're more important.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's just I like doing like 2k extra damage for less effort.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Yeah, I mean it's true, but also like like again, like I don't even do the one with the beam because you only gain like 100 damage, right? By doing the beam.
The beam one? Yeah, you get not even. I think you get like 80 extra damage. But I figured like, you know what? Might as well. Like, since I'm learning a new combo from scratch anyways, I don't care which one I'm doing. They're both hard.
Yeah, you gotta
the
work
hard
on
part
the
is the
beam
first two
restand
strings.
anyway. Yeah, because the beam restand's like important for all her shit anyway too.
Yeah.
Also, what kind of frog is that in that picture? I need to know.
For science.
For science, man. Is it an Alaskan bullworm? Yeah, also try not just like random parry on like beams because like Crank's not doing beams as fast as possible, so you don't have the timing down right, and you can just fuck up your timing by him doing H any of these times. So like just random parrying in neutral when you don't see the beam already coming out is a good way to get hit. Oh, you had an extra strike.
Yeah, because it was a counter hit. I messed up.
Oh, because it was counter hit. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you could have gone light after the medium charge. Yeah. Notating robo combo is like the most annoying shit. Like I remember Liam used to use this really weird ass notation, but at least it was like understandable. Yeah. But it made the combos like hard to read.
Robo's one of those characters where even if you notate it, it won't actually, help your execution. It's kind of like Tekken combos, where it's like you actually have to see what it looks like to understand the timings, because it's not intuitive.
And even then, like, someone still needs to tell you what they're doing.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's like those old Street Fighter combos, too. Like, there's some trick that, like, isn't in the notation at all.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Oh. Yeah, again, gotta learn to B&B on Van, because you can kill him with these hits. Why don't you tech forward? Level 5 him. Level 5 him. You're a wiener.
Oh. That was close enough. Got cocky. Alright, fine.
Yeah, an ultralight beam. You could use symbols for the amount of time. Nah, it's not really like that, because, like, you can't, like, you can put, like, oh yeah, you need to do this in this many frames, so it doesn't help anyone. The main thing is, like, for instance, notating, like, holding medium punch on Robo is, like, weird. Notating how you have to steer. Like, thankfully all the Robocoms you just steer down generally, and, like, with different amounts of delay. But, like, if you had to do something more nuanced with it, it's, like, actually kind of difficult to notate, right? It's just, like, in DBFZ, Trunks has these flips that you can steer, and, like, the notation for them isn't actually super helpful. You kind of just have to learn how to feel it out, which is, like, kind of shitty. But there's stuff like that where it's like when characters have these kind of weird steering mechanics, especially, is when notation kind of starts to fail you.
Right. No, I do not want to leave. Right. What's up next? I think we're in intermediate now. Yeah. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and get Lumen versus your local dunce. I think Lumen is an EU player, so if we need to split up this matchup too, just let me know. We'll do it.
Oh, gross. EU players. Disgusting.
We actually used to have like a solid a third of our players being from EU, so it wasn't that
yeah, I know.
that big of
Dude,
a deal.
The first time I played, I had to play some fucking Wi-Fi band from EU.
Yeah. Optimal experience. Everything turned out fine.
I was like, I love this community. Yeah.
Alright, Dunce is already here. Lumen alive. Oh, Lumen's here. Where's the link? Okay, thank you, Ramen.
Good boy. 300 MS should be playable. Jesus Christ, what is wrong with you? Up to 200 is fine? God damn. Dude, has coronavirus just like fucking warped everyone's
Lowered
brains?
everyone's standards. Yeah.
That all online is acceptable?
No. Memes aside, like, fine and playable are not usually what you want in video games, or I should say in fighting games specifically. You're right in that if you set up your input delay high enough, yeah, it'll look fine. You can play it. 300 is not really playable. 200 is like, okay, fine, you can get away with it. Especially, I've played some people in E where it's like, it almost feels like a natural connection. But that being said, it is not ideal because to eliminate visual feed, like literally just because of math, to eliminate visual feed, you'd have to add input delay. So, and that's, no, not ideal. It's playable, sure, it's fine, sure, but that's not what you want.
Yeah, you can either not have control of your character or not react to what's going on screen. Oh shit, someone's doing my reset?
Maybe.
Solo? Yeah, that was my reset. I didn't know that's made it around. I mean, it's about time people started doing that, to be fair. It's so strong. And it was never hard to copy. The main reason I never did it solo, though, is just because it eats so much of your fucking health and I'm dizzy and all that shit. But also, I played Beat Extend.
Oh, messes up the OTG there.
Also, if you're gonna do shadow holds on incoming, I don't recommend doing medium, right? Because you can still convert off the other ones, and doing medium means you can only do air throw, right? It only works if they get hit immediately by air throw or the hit, right? Like, so if they block something, the medium shadow doesn't really do anything for you. Whereas if you hold the other ones, you can like soft mix them up, or at least hold them in more block stun if they do block and when they land. They're harder because like H shadow is slow and like has shitty activation, and L shadow's too close to the ground. Negative if they're not full if they're in the air at all. But it's just like, yeah, you can just react a little bit better on incoming and have a stronger incoming as opposed to like turning your brain off and having shitty incoming. So it's just like, it's a pretty simple adjustment to make. And I guess you'd have to learn like new combos to pick up, but they're super fucking easy because you're just dropping them into the shadow.
I also want to quickly point out a couple things for your local dunce. So I liked that you did the microdash crouching leg kick there on Oki against Fuqua in that situation. You got hit by BFF. That's fine. I wouldn't let that trick you into thinking that was a bad idea. I think that movement was nice. I think the idea was good. I even think the spacing was fine. It's just, you know, mashing is a real thing you have to deal with when a person's defending against you. So I don't think you were necessarily mistaken there. You could have used an assist to like try and make like a safer setup there. So if crouching leg kick, or if your opponent was pressing BFF, they might still get punished or something like that, like delaying your crouching leg kick because of your assist. But that's the only real thing I can advise there. The other main thing I wanted to say is Parasol level 3 at the end. Because he goes... Wait, what?
You see tier into forward fears like combo.
Is that combo? Is that actually like naturally combo?
It comboed out of neutral. Like, he got hit with a tier, and then I think he accidentally got forward fears instead of another fireball, and it comboed.
That's wild. I did not think that was combo.
This should be dead if you can do the whole combo.
One more thing about the Parasol from the last game is you ended with a level 3. Fuqua was at a weird height. Fuqua was bouncing really high up, and it was possible that she would have lived just because she wasn't taking as many hits. In that situation, you actually should have YRC'd your level 3, just so you can guarantee that you're going to be able to get the kill. Don't get too comfortable and not YRC just because you think you're going to kill.
Yeah. And also, is this the dude who was playing Fortune Shot, and then we were talking about like how Shot isn't like technically better for Fortune? Is this the same person?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, they're actually playing Pillar now.
Wild.
Yeah.
Respect.
Yeah, I always have my input delay set to 0, no matter what. I never change it. Because, like, regardless, again, like, if it's gonna be at a point where either the, like, visual noise is affected, that means you'd have to put on enough input delay that your fucking, like, control's gonna be affected, so it's not, like... if it's unplayable, it's unplayable. Rollback's not gonna fix that. Oh, fun fact. So H drill minus on hit.
I'll minus.
I think like 3.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I think that's.
But
I mean, I'm used to specials being minus on hit. Like it being, if it was plus on hit, I'd be confused.
L drill is -3 on block. H drill is not punishable on hit. That's not how that works. Let me look it up what it actually is. Oh no, sorry, 0 on hit. That's what it is.
Oh, 0 on hit. That's honestly really good. I don't think that's bad at all.
Yeah, it's just Fukua doesn't have super good buttons, like in a -0, like, you know, frame neutral. Yeah,
That's
like right
true.
next to you.
I guess she is kind of designed to start pressure and never let go.
Yeah. Because again, like, what are you gonna do then? It's like another drill.
Yeah.
And you can't get anything off of it because the only thing you can get, unless you have 3 meter, is fucking Fireball Super, which doesn't lead to anything. And then if you're and if you have the 3 meter, then why didn't you do it the first time? Why are you drilling it once and putting yourself in that situation, right? Yeah, it's one of the worst reversals in the game, I'd say.
Almost all specials hurt you if you're blocked. That's only partially true?
Not true, yeah. Was it El Rekka, Fortune, frame neutral on block, Tears plus on block,
most of squiggly specials, especially if they're charged, are plus or safe.
Yeah, it's not really true.
You said Earth Super happened. Wait, what? Throwing out that special at the end. Is that a good idea? Throwing out that special at the end. The super. Which super? I wasn't paying attention. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, like the fucking who are the players? The fucking Fortune player. I don't even remember names. It was on screen 2 seconds ago. Sure. That like you weren't DHCing like at all, my guy. Like you gotta do that shit. Like that's the point of playing 2 characters. Like that's where a lot of the damage can come from, and like you're just never doing it. Even if it's like oh, Fortune's bleeding and you have 2 meter, then like just do like shot or bikes and like at the end of a combo and get her out of there, right? Because Parasol is pretty good after just like ending in super too.
If your concern is that you drop the DHC your local duns, then I would lap that out. If it wasn't your decision making and your timing on the DHC, practice that. And I'm not even joking, a lot of DHC timings might actually require practice. Like I know the DHC timing after SBO is very misleading. So a lot of people should practice that.
Fortune's is generally pretty easy, but yeah. Parasols can be weird, because also you want to learn 2 shot DHC timings both before and after it hits, and then bikes is also super weird to get all the bikes. Fucking hate that shit. It's so fucking annoying. There's some DHC timings that just annoy the fuck out of me.
All right. Well, speaking of timing, it is time to get Danmist and Kyoda into this lobby. So let's go ahead and get these 2 players to fight each other. Both of these are relatively experienced players, so I'm kind of expecting this to be mostly just us watching Skullgirls, but we'll see.
Hey, what's up, Focade? How's it going?
Man, anytime anyone says Focade, I just remember Josh B. It's just like he like doubled down on it. He actually had no idea that it was pronounced Facade.
Of course.
What a person.
What a dude.
Are they here?
Yeah, they're like in a fucking voice channel together right now. I don't know what they're doing.
They're probably just wrapping up whatever they're doing. They got a minute.
Nah, they're gonna be DQ'd from bracket, man.
Oh my god.
True. I just been fucking. I also been thinking. It's like I gotta learn how to parry on Big Man. That would like really change the game.
I think I made the mistake of learning parrying early on, because then when I started practicing actually playing the character, I forgot how to parry.
Yeah, like I like never parry on purpose with Big Man, like ever. Like sometimes I do the OS, but like mainly that like never fucking happens. And I was just like, oh fuck. I was thinking about it. I'm like, I could really just like make this character a lot better if I just learned how to parry in neutral better.
The theory is that Band is low-key the best character because of how incredibly powerful parries are, but no one's really been able to exploit that, or no one's really done any research into that in general.
I don't know if that's true, because also you can't parry assists.
Yes, you can.
No, like, you'll just get grabbed, is what I'm saying. Like, you shouldn't.
Oh, that's what you're saying.
Yeah. Like, if you parry an assist, you're just gonna get grabbed, so,
I mean,
like, I don't know.
After you parry, you're still in hit stop, and nothing hits on the same frame, so, like, technically you can just HDP. If you see your opponent's gonna call an assist and it's about to walk up grab you, you just HDP.
That's, I mean, then you're 50-50ing yourself anyway, and then why are you parrying then? I thought the whole point of parrying is to get banned out of those situations.
I guess that's fair.
Like, and also, what if you're in the air?
Wait,
oh, man,
if you parry, can't you just tech a throw afterwards?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
And then you're 50-50ing yourself again, also. Right, like, parrying assist just keeps you locked down, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
That was the wonkiest fucking burst punish ever, but it was in fact a burst punish, and then that wasn't a reset. Yeah, we're just doing a random sniper shot, hoping to beat a robo assist team. I don't know if that's the move, my guy. Alright. Do we got the vortex? Okay, we do. Oh man, he like staggered in a weird way there that let that, because normally Fuqua can't really drill out of parasol pressure. As long as you like tier at the right time. You don't just like rock two heavies. Ooh. Caught fucking trying to jump. No, we're not confirming off the push block here. That's one thing I'm seeing. So he's gotten he's done like an IAD, medium kick, and got push block out twice, and then just been on the ground doing far away, like, crouching light kick. And, like, it's because he's not, like, and he's not reacting to himself getting push blocked, because if you do that, then you want to dash up or IAD again, right? To maintain the pressure, but instead you're not confirming. Hit confirming is like the most important skill in fighting games, and it's also like one of the most difficult. And I know it's like less important in Skullgirls because everything leads into like the same shit all the time, but it's also like you're not.
If you're getting a hit confirming not going into the same shit, you can always guarantee yourself. Then that's a problem.
Yeah. I mean, also, like, he's just not playing patiently, like, at all. Like, he's gotten, like, hit by these H-beams coming in. Like, that was, like, 50% of Eliza's health was just taken with, like, H-beams. So you gotta work on that, too. You can't just, like, you can't just, like, block with your face the entire time. You need to kind of think about, like, what's going on. Because, right, like, if things are happening in the same rhythm all the time, you gotta think about what you can do. And you're playing Eliza, too, so, like, you gotta, like, get that shit going. Is that Telos from Xenosaga? I have no idea what that is.
What?
Also,
Yama's picture? Yama's picture looks like Makoto from... But I don't actually know that if it's Makoto from Final Fantasy. Not Final Fantasy. Persona. Kyoda's picture is from KDA. Oh, the Robo skin, I don't fucking know.
Yeah, no, I'd have to see it again. What's it? No, I don't think so. Oh wait, no, that's not Fortune's or Sunset's color. I forget which one that is. Do you remember what this Parasol palette's supposed to be? I always forget.
What is this? Oh, I can't remember. Oh, didn't dash, or I guess, wait, is that an actual common problem against lights or something? Because Fuqua flew, like, really far in front of Parasol and caused her to auto-correct crouching light kick in the wrong direction, so she lost her Oki.
It's just because she was too high up, but, like, you can just not run that far, because, like, it's Parasol, right? You have really good command over where she's going. Alright, there should be a punish. Oh man, he actually got 2 distinct hits and didn't combo either of them.
Oh yeah, it is Kula Diamond. Thank you, bud.
What's that?
Kula's from King of Fighters.
Oh, okay, I thought it looked like a KOF character, but I don't know enough about KOF to be fucking... Yeah. Also, you see they announced KOF 15?
I did not. Should I care?
Yeah. I don't know if you like KOF or want to support the Saudi Arabian government.
I really like 13. That's pretty much. And 13 and the really, really old ones are the only ones I really have fun with.
Apparently, like the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia has like purchased a controlling interest in SNK.
Interesting.
So you can like support the Saudi Arabian government and all the shit they do if you buy KOF 15, I guess.
Hell yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Government initiative. There was a question I forgot. How do I pronounce? I have no idea how to pronounce that word.
Yosemite? Yeah, you need to block that. Yosemite?
Yosemite?
Yeah, that's a proper noun. Yeah, that's the proper noun.
Sure.
Yosemite National Park? You've heard of that, right?
No.
It's where, is that where Old Faithful is or whatever the fuck? Oh. Oh.
That's not good.
Someone rage quit?
Seemed like a rage quit. It looks like a crash.
Someone died.
That was game number 2, right? That was basically over, so we're gonna go ahead and just count that. Just because we're tight on time a little bit. But
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I guess we'll see. We'll see how the third game goes. If it ends really quickly, then we'll just add another one on.
Yeah. I don't know. That game, that game had gone down. It was about last day was about to happen, so.
You say it like Joe's might, but Yosemite, like Sam.
Yeah, Yosemite Sam. Yeah, it's a proper noun, so it has like an actual pronunciation. It's not like.
Guess not up to debate.
No, yeah. Like, is it named after someone, or is it like a Native American word or something?
Looney Tunes.
Yeah, Yosemite Sam's the dude with the guns.
Oh.
Yeah, what is it named after? Is it named after someone? Signing of the Yosemite Valley. Okay, what is it named after? Where does the name come from, though?
It comes from Looney Tunes?
No, the name Yosemite itself comes from the Indian word Uzumati, which meant grizzly bear. Okay.
Start backing off, going for micro dash overhead. Really bold.
Also, which Native American fucking language? Because there's multiple, right? Like. Alright. Is it big? Did we snap? Okay, we're just gonna take the damage. Yeah, the Eliza, the Eliza thing doesn't hit both characters though, because it's like a hit grab type.
Yeah, Eliza's thing is a hit grab.
The first hit, rather. The other hits can actually hit multiple like opponents.
Oh, really? Interesting.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. So you need to partition out your low and your high there by at least 9 frames, otherwise unblockable protection kicks in on the shadow.
I thought it was 6. Is it 9?
It's something. Either way, you did it too close together. There.
Yeah. Basically, if 2 separate sprites hit less than 6 frames apart, they're automatically counted as mids.
Yeah.
Or the same direction. I think the first one counts as a low or whatever, the second one counts as a mid. It's so interesting. It's like a thing you really don't see come into effect outside of like 2 characters like Fuqua and Peacock.
Yeah. I mean, it has implications for high-low assist too, though. Also.
Oh, for sure.
Oh yeah, you gotta punish that. How are you supposed to deal with all those heads? You don't push block unless you're very confident in your ability to PBGC at the exact right time. Otherwise, you just normal block, and they can't really they can't left right you, but they still can high low you. But
want to be absolutely optimal, you wait until you find out how much time you have to wait until you have a PBGC window before the super ends. So like, you know, I think it's like waiting about 4 seconds roughly, and then doubles thing's about to go away, and you push block on reaction to you being in block stun. You can't do it preemptively. If you do it preemptively, double will just grab you.
Yeah, but what the textbook thing to do is that you hold it without push blocking, and then you just push block at the very end, so that you get out on and they'll mix you up high low like a couple times. But again, Double doesn't really have a fast high, so it's super reactable unless they do like TK barrel, but in which case they're really hanging themselves because that'll end their entire mix.
Did Robo have enough health to do Wake Up Saw there?
I don't think so.
Yeah. Can you stay airborne long enough? I don't know.
Also, doing Wake Up Saw is like dangerous against Parasol because she'll just stay on the ground and like just beat it out because the armor's not frame 1.
Yeah. If Parasol's playing Clean Oki, it doesn't work. If Parasol's approaching you, like she's far away, then it works way more often than it should and works more on her than any other character.
Yeah, because I mean, he did do the right thing. I think you just did like a standing button there, which is fine. But like, typically you put a tier down and then like do something, and then in which case that's 2 hits then, and that'll break armor.
Is Grey Arsenic still here? I think Grey Arsenic wanted to fight Variance, or is that matchup not up yet? I think it's Mao's matchup.
No, I think the one I'm seeing, it says Variance versus Open TCM. Yeah, that's it. That second game went all the way through. Like that the last hit was happening there. Yeah, so okay, Grey Arsenic says he'll be in. Also, yo, you know, I found out what CCND stands for.
It's like Corn Club Ever Die or something.
CCND's nuts, man. Got him. Let's go. Press F. Press F for fucking the crank machine right now. Yeah, may God rest his soul.
It's over for me.
He's dead, Frank. Alright, so we need Variant, who's too busy typing in Twitch chat to join the fucking lobby. There we go. I don't remember who either of these people play, and I feel like I've seen them play multiple times before.
Oh, this is okay. So this is the next matchup. Then it's Mao versus Sheep. Okay, cool.
Oh, I played that Sheep, dude. He knows what he's doing at the very least.
Really? That's cool.
Yeah, he knows how to play, but like he's just not very strong. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yeah. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, like he has a game plan. It's just not very strong.
Not cleaned up.
Not at all. Plays Peacock though, so doesn't really matter.
I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna drink some water.
Alright, as Crank cries himself to sleep because I got him so badly, let's start this next game. Let me see what the stream is seeing real quick, just so I can get a fucking sense of it. Okay, we got, man, 2 weird-ass teams. These are some weird-ass teams. What the fuck? Dude, and it's D&B? Why are you playing D&B on Valentine? What the fuck? What does that get? What does that do for her? Alright, we're fucking... Yeah, we're doing the classic up back. Actually approaching the fortune, which is kind of interesting, but... I guess we're ending on unsafe heavies, but not punishing. We're seeing a lot of that. Y'all need to learn how to punish these block strings. A lot of people are doing really unsafe block strings, and y'all not doing anything about it. Does it give her Vital Load? Does it? Does Cremation not give her that, and also the ability to mix up? I feel like Cremation takes about the same amount of time. Oh my god, I can't... I would've got hit by that. I would've pressed something that wouldn't have reached and got hit by that, for sure. Okay, we're DPing out. Yeah, see, the hit confirms are like just not having here too. Like, you got 2 hits there, Variant. You gotta learn to like look at what you're doing. Alright. Do we gotta reset here? Okay, we do. That was kind of fun. If that wasn't a light, that probably would have worked better. Yeah. So that's hard to deal with as Painwheel, because like you have to choose beside the match, but you can just kind of option select a fly out of there, and like they can't really get you. But you have to know that reset's coming, which is hard, but a lot of Squigglies do that reset, and it's not actually safe even against Painwheel. D&B goes further. I mean, yeah. I don't know. I just like there's like very limited situations where I like go for like I think D&B is like worth it as a system for cremation. And I even play a team that runs D&B, but like cremation is so much better in like 90% of cases. And I think this would be one, right? Like you're playing an air dash character, like why wouldn't you want the low? Oh, that's unfortunate. Again, you also like I keep on seeing this. People keep calling their assists at the PBGC window, and I get that like your string's ending and whatever, but like you gotta just let it rock sometimes and just kind of back off, like lose your turn. Because otherwise you get happy birthday, and like that could have actually been the game if Variant Theme had to like finish that out. You know what I mean?
I returned. Done
Yeah.
crying.
Yeah. Man, he got so bad, and sometimes you gotta just take the emotional break.
Gotta hold that all. Burns.
Yeah. Hold that on your chest, man. Alright. But yeah, see, like, man, am I crazy for, like, thinking that if you're playing Valentine's Quigley, you should just run Cremation over D&B?
A little bit. The fact that it goes for that lets you convert off of a lot more things. You get the vial load off of both, I think. I don't think it matters. I'm just reading the facade thing. But you like being able to convert a little bit more consistently off of like mid-screen bypass and stuff like that with D&B is like really
Really? As opposed to just, like, having the insane mix-up of an IAD character with a low assist?
I mean, you should play a trio. You should use a better low.
I mean, or use it low and then have a DP or something. Like,
Yeah, something like that. Like something like that is fine, right? Like if you have a third assist and play cremation, then some other crazy nonsense.
Yeah.
But I think as a single, as a duo, basically, you want to use it for just converting off of everything instead of just getting the mix up.
How often is Val landing raw fucking stand fierces? Is that a thing?
Yeah. Well, not
Really?
Well, it's not super raw. It's usually like the IAD mix up where it crosses up and stuff like that, but it's like relatively ambiguous.
Okay.
So it does happen.
Okay.
The other, I mean, so if you want my hot take, I actually think you should run Mortis, but I'm not playing optimal there. That's not me optimizing. That's me saying it's the most fun and most interesting.
Yeah.
You get all sorts of weird shit with Mortis.
Yeah. I mean, I think, like, Val Squiggly is, like, some serious anti-synergy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just so
I mean,
I
it,
don't
used to be it was lovingly called, I think, was it Team Optimal? Yeah, like lovingly, everyone called it Team Optimal, or it to be, what's it? What the fuck was the team? It was Valentine Squiggly Painwheel. It was like the universally considered the 3 worst and hardest characters in the game, and they had 0 synergy with each other at the time. So everyone just said Team Optimal is playing those 3 characters.
Yeah, that makes sense. I also don't get the Fortune inclusion on this, like, on Variant Team, like, I don't know why you don't just run, like, Parasol Painwheel, and, like, if you want a third, run, like, a better third, because obviously, like, Fortune has no has fucking no place outside of being point, right? Like,
I was gonna say, I would flip the Fortune and Parasol, and then it's fine.
what, you fucking, we just talked about how we hate Europeans, now you're talking about running Anchor Parasol, man. What's wrong with you?
No, what? No, Parasol will be second.
Parasol be saying, you're not gonna run Painwheel mid?
Well, Painwheel's not being run mid right now, is it? Or was the team order all fucked up?
I don't know, I don't remember, but I just, like, I don't...
Let me see the starting team order before, and I'll rephrase my statement.
Running a trio with Fortune and Parasol on it seems wrong. You know what I mean? Like, I don't see how you make that work in any context.
I think it's not the most anti-synergy by any.
Yeah, so see, this is the
alright. So this is the starting order. In this case,
which is probably the best
fine.
order you can for this trio, but like
Yeah,
I
in that
think
case,
it's
this
just a
is
bad
fine.
trio. I just think it's a bad trio. Because like you don't actually get like any really sick hatred install shit, right? Because like Fortune does all the scaling.
Yeah.
And then I don't know like why you have Anchor Parasol, right? Like that just seems painful. And you don't have and is he running shot? He doesn't even have a DP. again, I've said my piece about Fortune with, especially if you're gonna run Pinion, right? Like, I feel like there's so much overlap between your 2 assists and your team's like natural composition. Oh, what the fuck was that? Oh, you just won out? Seems weird, but okay. Oh, we do actually got Hatred install specific combos.
Good shit. I was genuinely impressed. That's used to have plenty of Undicity to spare too. I did a lot of work
Yeah.
in the duo. Actually,
Got
wasn't
the
that
overhead.
bad at all. Honestly, just watching that interaction.
I mean, he just did a safety HC and then got the hit, like, luckily, but I don't think that's a good way to set up shit. Got burst baited, get exploded. Because you also see, like, he got a reset off of a Hatred install combo at mid on Dizzy and didn't have enough to kill. Like, because it's trio. Like, trio Painwheel really requires, like, playing around Hatred install as, like, a concept, I think. Like, you need to play a Hatred install, like, combo team. Yeah, I played Painwheel paired double for, like, a little bit. I just hated how little damage it did. I just really don't like playing...
Painwheel point?
Or, sorry, Painwheel double.
Okay.
I played that team for, like, 2 days, and I just really hated how little damage it did. And also, I suck at Parasol, so I feel like I wasn't getting what I wanted out of the team. Because
I don't know, on paper, that team sounds actually really solid. I'm not sure how bad the damage is, but...
It is solid, right? Because you have safety HCs in, like, every construction, and you have the insane Hatred install combos. It's mainly, like, until you cash out, you do low damage.
That is Kennan's team, yes.
Yeah. Like, I think I would prefer to just play the duo.
Well, Kenan plays Painwheel on and off. It's mostly just the Parasol double. Painwheel comes on every now and then.
Yeah,
it's 3 flat. Well done. And we got one more set. It's Mao versus Sheep. Yes.
Yes. Ooh, color match, color fight. The mayor. The mayor.
There's the 10 for those colors.
And man, don't be wearing these colors in my neighborhood, man. What set you rep, son? What set you rep?
Actually, pretty neat that there are enough unique skin combinations that people just have their own shell of skins in this game. And it's like, there's been very little conflict. Like, some people, like, do sets over skins and whatnot. But, like, for the most part, it's, like, pretty... It's pretty solid about, like, how everyone just has their own team colors.
Yeah, like, I purposely don't... Even though it's my favorite, I don't play, Aegis Robo.
For that reason?
Yeah, because it's PMEs.
Aegis? Aegis?
Aegis from Persona 3.
Is that not pronounced Aegis?
That game has voice acting, man.
Just, that wouldn't be the first time people fucked up voice acting.
Yeah, like, no one uses the fucking, like, that... I mean, people can use the, was it the Diva thing, or whatever the new pink is they can use for Robo, but no one uses original pink Robo, right? That's Liam's for sure,
Yeah. There were already 2, I think, right? And then Liam used one of them. I don't know what happened to the other one.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, like... Yeah, like, yeah, mad people, like, no one plays fucking Falco. Like, Falco Fukua, right? Like,
yeah, it's yours.
No one does. That should, them's his minds, you know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, this'll chip. Yeah. You shouldn't, so... Yeah, you don't want to do your fucking string there also, because you're just letting them, like, reversal. You just want to shoot immediately if you're going for a chip setup.
What the hell happened to that H-Luger? You shot H-Luger straight down. Bell just didn't care.
Yeah, it can be like that in the corner sometimes. Oh my god. Mistakes into miracles. You run stop too early, but then you got it. Yeah, this is such a strong shell. Ooh, and that's dead. Oh no, yeah, you got a micro walk.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that feel. I know that feel because that's my main shell too. Oh, trying to get happy on him. Oh, okay.
Okay, we're just getting really greedy.
Yeah. That actually should have been dead Bella. You could have lost the game off that because that's dead Bella to banned on incoming.
Props to Sheep for keeping their cool. Like, they didn't, like, throw in for some Hail Mary thing. But when they got the hit, they weren't able to get the kill. That's okay, though. 2 meters makes it worth it.
I don't
Not a
agree
good
with
situation for Monster Jail. This is one of those times where I actually wouldn't recommend Monster Jail just because you have such a huge health deficit.
Yeah, and also just pressure him. Like, Ban can't deal with pressure really that well. Like, if you're fast falling and shit. Oh. Damn, he's getting, like, a bar raid a lot. Like, a lot.
The health was closer, and, like, you had 2 meter, you had all the right context for the, Monster Jail, and that actually would have been fine if you just were slightly closer on health. So in that situation, you should have just applied pressure.
I mean, like, it's also, like, he did Monster on incoming, right? No mix-up, because like, he wasn't fully in the corner. And then backed off. Band fell into it, again, because there's no mix-up, and then he did it again, shot the gun once, and then went in front of it.
Yeah, I don't...
Like, you just burned 2 meter for no reason.
I feel like that their reflex was to go for Monster Jail, and then they messed up. Or I guess they didn't mess up, they realized, like, wait a minute, this is not a good time to do it. And then ended up just burning their meters. It was just kind of spaghetti at the end.
Yeah, that's weird. Oh my god, Ramstar grab with Parasol? I don't know about that one, Chief.
I'm getting hella lag. I don't know if that's...
I'm fine.
Okay, cool.
Oh, no mix-up off the assist either. It's just really afraid of the DPs.
It's really kind of tricky to go for that overhead there on that pressure string if you don't have a tier already set up. So you usually want to save it for a second block string. Because the tier makes everything safer, obviously. Yeah. Oh, Jesus. It's getting weird.
Oh, really? It's been completely fine for me. I don't know.
Alright, that's good. At least, that means the game is not messed with. It's just me.
Yeah. I don't know, she just, like, again, like, it just seems, like, super afraid of, like, everything, and, like, because of that, he's not going for any really strong mix-ups, and he's just getting lucky that Mal, like, panics like a motherfucker and, like, does heavy counter-hittable shit, like, 4 times this match. Yeah. But he hasn't gone for, like, a really strong mix-up, like, even once.
No, almost playing, like I'm seeing Tekken vibes, almost, the way that they're throwing out crouching leg kick, like Sheep is. Because, like, Sheep is, like, really, really careful with spacing and trying to get hit confirms off of lights and things like that. Like, they're not committing to anything or going for gambles. I'm taking risks.
Yeah, point of 6 for EVGC ability, you can also take your turn back, like, jumping, too, and then you're above them, and, like, you get to fucking do shit to them because you have assists. Yeah. Alright, does he have the optimal combo? Actually, oh, you might actually need to do the optimal combo if you don't want to spend 3 meter. But we're doing a really obvious reset. There's literally no mix-up to that reset because you can't get high enough to not air grab.
Well, if you do one hit of jumping medium kick, there's a mix-up, right? Or standing medium kick, there's a mix-up. If you do one hit of standing medium kick, you can do LA train on last cancel.
You have to do the delay jump, then you can react to the timing. Oh, that's not good. Okay. Level 3? So this won't kill Eliza, but it'll be one touchy for both characters now. To be fair, he has the meter advantage, but yep, and that happens. So and you're just jumping without thinking. Oh, no conversion though. That's why you gotta have combos. Oh, we don't got combos for anyone.
Alright, well, it was supposed to be 1 touch for everybody. Ended up being 2 touches. Whatever.
2 touches for both of them. Yeah. Which is insane. Which is insane.
It happens.
Yeah.
For reals though, practice your combos, get consistent. I am very slowly but surely learning that this is the most important thing.
I don't know how you took this long to figure this out and needed to be told.
I mean, like, I learned a lot about just fighting in philosophy just from, like, practicing a lot with you or just in general. Like, it's interesting because I never really viewed fighting games until recently as, like, consistency versus creativity kind of thing. Yeah? Yeah. And now that I see all the things that push Skullgirls towards that consistency corner of the spectrum, it's so obvious in hindsight, but back then I was just like, alright, I know a combo, I can do it half the time, it's good enough to play. Let's just go play some neutral. I come from a Tekken mindset, right? Where it's just like everything's neutral and then combo just kind of comes.
I mean, even Tekken now, because like Tekken 7 is weaker movement, it's just like, well, can you do the Akuma comeback combo? Okay.
Yeah, consistency's suddenly a lot. Well, I guess I should say Tekken now has options for you to play characters that rely on consistency. And if you're trying to play at the top, like at high Korean level, then like, yeah, you're gonna just need to play Akuma.
Not even Korean level, it's Pakistani level.
Oh yeah, now it's Pakistani, but it's been like Korea. Korea was like the gold standard for like 10 years. I just got kicked from the.
Oh yeah, I think someone crashed.
Yeah.
I think Sheep crashed.
Just replay it. Replay it.
Yeah. But yeah, like I mean, you see, right? It's like oh, like what do you mean? Like you just gotta have like solid like grasp of like neutral and what your character does. I learned one squiggly combo.
Yeah. That's not true. I learned like 4 squiggly combos. It's just they were all strict improvements on each other, and that meant that I never, ever, ever had to learn another combo or had to do another combo than the one I was doing.
No, it's like I learned one squiggly combo, and all of a sudden I can beat you with squiggly. Like I can beat you in the mirror. Right? Like that's how it is, man. Like this game is so much about just like one hit.
It really is. I've mentioned it multiple times. Like the better I get at this game, the more I realize that it's just my brain's not designed to understand this game, at least not yet. Shit makes no sense. Where's Sheep? Alright, Sheep's here. Are they in a game? What's happening? Are they readied up for you or something?
No.
Lobby bork? What's going on? I haven't seen a broken lobby in like months.
Yeah, cursed lobby. I mean, I don't generally be in lobbies, but yeah, jeez.
If no one's readied up, our names should be at the top. What's going on here?
Can either of you confirm in Twitch chat what's going on? It seems like they're playing if neither of them are typing.
Yeah, neither of them are typing, so they must be playing.
Alright. Does that mean the stream's over?
No, I'd like to get their game on, so if one of them can ult F4, that'd be cool. I just gotta
Yeah.
get in touch with them, I gotta find a little... Deep.
Oh, what the fuck? Next week, the Japanese fucking finals are going to be offline? That's insane. For Dragon Ball.
What?
Yeah.
How the fuck?
I don't know, because also,
risky.
like... Yeah, it's insane. And also, like, isn't Kazunoko not live near, like, Goichi and Fenrich? Like, I thought they lived on
Make him
different sides.
travel too? Like, that's pretty fucked up.
Yeah. Because also, like, Japan's... I mean, Fighters has bad online, but they've been having this online tournament across, like, for 7 weeks now. So, like, the time to complain about that, which Chris G did do and then dropped out, like, was past, you know, like... That's weird. And then Bum is on Twitter right now saying, like, hey, all 4 of the fucking East Coast qualifiers live in New York near me. Like, why couldn't they just come to my house and, like, wear masks? And, and then Sage is like... And then Sage responds like that. He's like, I would have been down, but it's tomorrow. So he's like, which makes sense because the Dragon Ball one's next week, the Japanese one's next week. But still, that's weird as fuck because Japan's also not dealing with this fucking crisis well either. Like, I'll tell you that much. Okay.
All right. It looks like, yeah, it looks like they played a game, but I think they're done.
Yeah, I haven't. Yeah, if y'all can hear us, that game didn't get put on screen because the fucking lobby's cursed.
Yeah, no, they know. They know. I've been talking to them in the group chat.
Okay.
But it definitely sounded like Sheep was just absolutely done. So we're gonna call it there. I think that's everybody. Double check. Where's my Discord?
Master common in Japan anyway, but that doesn't like prevent the disease. Japan also didn't do any fucking testing. Like. Japan like just didn't do any real testing and then like sent kids back to school. Japan like really fucked this too.
Feels like every country that was doing it well at first is like not really feeling the fallout now, but like they're definitely falling apart right now. And then people who weren't doing it right at all are actually, like at least per capita purposes, like they're like cleaning up pretty nicely, which is kind of the opposite of what you would expect.
Except the US, which has been doing bad and keep doing worse.
Per capita, we're actually dropped to number 5, which is interesting. Or number 6 or something.
But isn't it still worsening in like most parts of the country, like in terms of just numbers?
Yeah, in any urban part of the country, it's getting significantly worse. Like Jersey, I think is about to go down into lockdown. Illinois was considering re-lockdown, but I think California enough that we're considering not to.
California's full ass lockdown and like a state of emergency is about to be declared.
every school board in the southern half of the country like is hiding COVID numbers like from like kids spreading it and stuff, so the kids can keep going to school. It's really fucking stupid.
Yeah.
It's all sorts of dumb. Well, thank you everyone for playing. You guys did phenomenally. It was cool to see how much you guys are improving. Thank you so much for playing. If you guys want to apply what you've been practicing in a practical scenario, feel free to sign up for Skullgirls Be Great every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern, etc. This is a standard Skullgirls tournament following all standard major rules. But if you're just here for the advice, do not fret. We do go live every Saturday at 3 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. Eastern, so on and so forth. I am the Crank Machine. Thank you so much, Kenji, for helping me out. Cool thing.
Good boy. SoundCloud.com/G.
The only reason you do this.
Oh yeah.
Alright, on that note, I'm gonna call it a day. As always, if you guys check out your advice in the VODs afterwards and don't like what you hear or are confused about anything or felt like you didn't get enough, then feel free to @ me in the Discord and I'll see what else I can say. I'm always here to help. Have a wonderful evening.
You can add me in the Discord too. Just don't add me over some stupid ass shit like you did last time.
Yeah.
Fucking most stupid.
I remember back in the day, you actually used to do VOD reviews for people. I remember that.
Yeah, like not a lot of people took me up on them, but I did them a couple times.
Yeah.
The offer still stands for the most part, but no one ever asked, so I just stopped offering them because people just never asked.
Yeah, Kenji's advice is really, really solid. If you guys really want like in-depth advice, like if you guys lost a set and you felt like you played at the top of your game in those sets, send it to Kenji and he'll definitely tell you exactly what you got to work on. He's really good at that. On that note, I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream. Peace.